Hi bros, you asked me so many times to say something more about my electric skateboard, how to build that kind of beast. So today you will get some answers. My last legendary 2018 edition deck, I call this motor mount Beauty Beast. Use the biggest motors that you can fit on your skate. Now let's talk about safe. 2, 1, boom. Big rush? Holy shit. I think I've got one of the most powerful skateboards in my country. It's freaking dope. The true power is over 10,000 watts, so it's like more than 12 horsepower, so Jesus Christ. Literally a little bit of throttle and the front part of the deck is going up, like doing wheelie. It's like it's starting from 35%, so yeah, it's freaking insane. But maybe start with some history, how my story starts with electric skateboard. I like to ride in motocross, in downhill, jumping from over 5 meters, and I thought that at the beginning that simple deck with 2 motors and 4 wheel would be a crap. But I try it. I start with Chinese electric beast. It was H2C skateboard. I still think that this is one of the best for the price. I even could say that I prefer it most than some Evolve GT, like literally, because I didn't get any issues after 1 year of using. We can easily add some extra battery, we can change motors, we've got shoe straps, so it's pure off-road actually. I like it very much, and for the price $500, are you serious? Now it's a little bit more expensive, $600, but it's still dope. So my first time on electric skateboard was pretty fun because I ripped off my shirt, pants, it was fun. And 1 year later I just done building my beast, and this thing is pretty mental. Just makes me smile every single time when I look at it. I use literally the best parts that you can find on the market. So if you will start fun with electric skateboard, then this is how you finish, or maybe at the end of this year will be some new, even much more powerful parts. But now you can see the deck. This is Trumpa deck, the highest version, at least it was in 2018. Now in 2019 there is a Trumpa desk called electric something, I don't know, but it's much more expensive, of course, but still it's using the same tracks and wheels. As you can see, in 2019 edition is huge hole for cables from the battery at the middle of the deck. I have no idea if this is good spot to make a hole, but Trumpa is giving us lifetime warranty, so no one cares actually. My last legendary 2018 edition deck don't have any extra holes, so for sure it's super safe to use. I still got lifetime warranty, and my weight is around 90 kilograms. I'm using the hardest deck, so 17 PLI, and I have to say that if you would like to do some jumping, then this one is great, because when you land you don't feel it, it's suppressing really nice any kind of jump. But if you would like to go some off-road and feel much less bumps, then 16 PLI at 90 kilograms of weight of the rider could be even better. Of course I've got half plastic, half aluminum rims. Looks nice, but actually I hate them, because if you will use it at some motors which can provide much higher power, like in my case one motor can provide around 5,000 watts, then this plastic and aluminum is bad choice, because they can sometimes bend like literally. So I think that some solid aluminum rims will be much better choice. On the front you can see beautiful shiny aluminum carbon handlebar. Actually this is some stuff from MTB, but I use it on my front tracks. As you can see, it looks nice, and thanks to it it's super easy to grab my skateboard and just moving around. Price around $6, and I recommend it because yeah, it's quite useful. Motor mount, this is super huge and boring topic, so I will just tell you about my one. It's from Idea TB. I call this motor mount Beauty Beast, because just check these shapes, it's super shiny, isn't it? Yeah, it's quite beauty. And it's literally beast. It's for heavy duty, because now after 2 years it's still working perfectly fine, no problem. I didn't feel that it's bending somewhere, it just made it great. The guy who just making that kind of motor mounts, he knows really what he is doing. The belt wideness is 25 millimeters, so the belt is quite huge, and it's quite actually easy to break the belt, especially if you will just cut it at some rock, which is happening to me quite often. But overall it's much cheaper to just replace one belt than changing some spear jars, how to say it, because there are also other kind of motor modes. In my case, I'm using belt. They are spear jars and direct drive. So in the spear jars you've got two jars. That kind of motor mode is much more silent, a little bit, much more efficient, to be honest, but the jars will not survive very long, especially at that power, and they are much more expensive to change than belts. Direct drive, I didn't see any direct drive for off-road skateboard, at least yet. Price for my motor mount around $300 is super low compared to some sport drive, which can cost over easily $500, and it's quite hard to buy some in Europe for lower price than $500, like literally. Motors, this is next huge topic, but I will try to make it short as possible. Use the biggest motors that you can fit on your skateboard, like literally. Now I'm using Alien Power 6384S, and I have to say that compared to my last ones, Flipsky 6374, Alien Power are much more powerful. Like, you can feel a little bit of throttle and you can feel that the deck is going up. Of course, now I'm using 130 kV, and I think that this is the best choice, especially if you've got the same wheels like I got. So standard Trump, I think this is 8-inch, and my pulley on the motor is 15T, on the wheel is 72T, yeah. And a little bit of throttle, the deck is going up. Maximum speed I think is over 40 kilometers at 12S battery. Flipsky has got 190 kV, and of course with higher kV motor can rotate much faster, but this is not always true story, because we have to also consider that this motor have to rotate something, and motors at higher kV are much less efficient compared to motors at lower kV. And I have to say that on full throttle, I hit once full throttle on my deck, I think I been over easily 40 kilometers per hour, and actually I felt the same like on Flipsky 190 kV with the same set, that I reached almost the same speed. So 130 kV, lower kV for off-road skateboard is much better choice. And I think next time I will go with 110 or 100 kV, because for me the most important is a torque. Also, lower kV will give you much better working range. I am quite sure that if you've never seen my videos before, you are curious what is inside this tiny black box with this red printed cover for the fan. Inside we've got newest Flipsky 6.6 Smart VEC, and I have to say that for the price this is best shit on the whole market. This tiny EC, which is really small, can handle really more than 200 watts, so more than 10,000 watts. We can connect Hall sensors, it's ready for 12S battery, and if you'd like to ask me, is it better than Fogbox, I could say that it is, because you don't have to wait like 3 months for some shitty pre-order, but you can buy it now. It has much bigger power cables and motor cables, and it can really survive more than 200 amps, I tested. But true story is, if you would like to use it with more than 5000 watts, like in my case 10,000 watts, you have to add some active cooling. If you would like to make or build the same set, so box, this protector for the fan, just PM me, I will send you a link where to buy. This box is like $12, and I will send you of course for free this protective thing for the fan, and you can just print it. The fan price is like $3 because it's standard 80mm one, and it will work great. It will really cool down this beast. But because of this tiny size, you can fit it almost everywhere. It's really slim, and it's at the same time super light. So for me this is for now best choice. Big, no, huge box at the middle of my skateboard. This is quite dangerous thing, especially that I've got it between my legs, and if it will go boom, then my balls evaporate. So yeah, inside we've got batteries, and of course I had to use LiPo batteries to unleash true beast. I've got 24 amps, 12S, so you can see 4 batteries. Every single battery is at 6S voltage and 12 amp power, so I connect 2 in parallel, and at one side we've got 6S 24 amps, and at the other the same. Of course, Lion batteries got better lifespan, but they are not as powerful like this small, let's say small LiPo battery pack, which can deliver insane power from this tiny size, and I think now is over 500 amp of discharge power, so goddamn, it's quite powerful. I am sure, bros, that some of you will ask how I know how much battery left in my skateboard, because I don't have any voltage meter and I don't know how much juice left. I always saying that now my battery is in two states. It can be fully discharged or fully charged. Till I will not check it, then it could be in these two states at once. Maybe it sounds silly, but I've been testing this idea now for one season and I always been able to back to home, like literally even after some crazy long ranges. When I back to home, a couple times I start to charge my battery and it was almost fully depleted, and actually I didn't feel that my battery is at that low voltage. So there is something in it. I recommend to try it, like honestly, it's working. My backlight got gyroscope, check this one out. So when you steering to the right, you can see arrow right. When you're steering to the left, you can see left. When you are driving, it's blinking like this, but when you braking, it's just full red solid. So it's super nice. On Banggood it costs like $15 and on Gearbest around $10. It has built-in battery 1200 milliamps, so it's working easily for 1-2 months. It's freaking insane. And for this price, I recommend it. I'm using this one for around 1 year. It's from Banggood. It's original Xanis. I hope this is the original one. And it's working insane after 1 year. On the front I also got Xanis. This one is working now for like 2 years, no problems. You can use 18650 batteries as you like. I'm using 3500 milliamps, 35E Samsungs, and this thing is working for like 2 weeks easily. And you can change the power to minimum, medium, maximum, and it's blinking also. And there is SOS signal. For some reason no one actually uses it, but nice that I have this feature in this light, I hope. Of course I'm using remote from RC car. For me this one is actually one of the best, because after 2 years of smashing it pretty hard to the ground, it's working still perfectly fine. The movement of the trigger is quite huge. Check this one out. So thanks to it I can easily control this 10,000 watts. Now let's talk about safety. This is a really important topic, like it can save your life. You will see in a second. Last time I showed you the video when I also spoke about my skateboard. I showed you some ride, and the thing is that I didn't show you full video because I crashed really badly. So you will see this crash in a second, like holy shit. 3, 2, 1, boom. Yeah, you can hear the sound, Godzilla sound. This is when someone is almost dying. And now was like reset. I just pick it up and start talking to camera. Yeah, the thing is that I don't remember at all that I start to speak to the camera. I don't remember even this crash, to be honest. Good that I had GoPro, so now I know what's happened. Big crash? Holy shit. I even don't know how, when I back to home, like honestly. Oh, god damn it. My helmet. There was some girls, I spoke with some girls, I don't remember that I spoke with them. So, I look like shit, but as you can see, full face, good helmet, good quality helmet is super freaking important. Like, honestly, thanks to it my head is in one piece. So, always spend lots of cash on full face helmet, because thanks to it your head will be in one piece. My head a little bit, I feel pain in my head a little bit because I smashed the ground quite bad. As you can see I look like shit, but thanks to this helmet my head is in one piece. So always invest lots of cash in helmet, because as you know, if you lose your head you are freaking done. If you lose a finger you can still be alive. Where is my RC remote? Oh, it's over here. Is it working? Everything is working. This crash was so huge that my carbon helmet broke. Actually, I'm using one of the best helmets, and that kind of helmet shouldn't break. It should just, you know, bend a little bit, but it broke. So the force was so freaking huge, it was just insane. Without this helmet, my brain could be all over the road. So this is my true story. always wear that goddamn helmet, it can save your life. I thought that I'm a pro, I don't need any helmet, but the thing is that I am not a pro, you are never a pro, and that shit can happen, and when it happened, it's better to have helmet on your head.